Good day, everyone. This is Kevin Alft of Action Coach of Texas. Today, we've got Jesse James and Tiffany, who are building one heck of a studio. The principals are phenomenal. And wow, it is amazing what they're building and what they're doing for mankind and looking to spread across the entire country. So thank you very much, Jesse. Tiffany, you want to give a little runway about your business?
Yeah, thank you for having us, Kevin. It's so good to be here with you. So we are Outlaw FitCamp Franchise. We are available nationwide. We have 5 studios currently in the DFW, Texas area. You'll find them in McKinney, Keller, Fort Worth, Flower Mound, and Hickory Creek. And our concept is really interesting in the fact that we are a personal training based system. We do offer one-on-one individual training, couples training, and small group training, but we also have Fit Camp. And behind me in my photo here, you'll see our Fit Camp room. This is functional interval training in a 30-minute session. And you have the rack side and the cable side. Our classes are kept small and they're run by certified personal trainers so that you're always, we're watching your form and your movements, getting to know you a little bit. And then once we do, we'll turn up the heat, right? We are able to serve all levels of fitness. So you can come in as a brand new beginner and work next to an athlete and have a great workout over time, increase your intensity and increase the weight. With me, we have Jesse Leyva, the founder, and I'll let Jesse tell you a little bit of how he came up with the concept.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you for having us on here today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The concept is unique. You know, the background was 28 years of bodybuilding, bikini coaching, men's physique. That was our background. And then it led into extreme weight loss. Like we have a trainer now at our headquarters here in Flower Mound that lost over 330 pounds, I believe. She's one of our trainers now. Double knee surgeries, knee replacements. So she's currently training, been here 8 years. We have multiple 200-pound losers and 100-pound losers. And that kind of was our segue into what we do, because it was chasing trophies and hard bodies. But all along, I had people that needed their lives changed, and that was right there in front of me. And I didn't realize that was my actual fuel versus the high of chasing another trophy for my own, I guess, selfish ego when I was younger. So now the brand's so much bigger than it was back then, because the type of client we have, and we have amputees, we have people that are 500 pounds, we have 82-year-olds, and we have elite athletes and young athletes, top end soccer players in here. So it makes it very, very unique on what we designed. So that's our model now. We want to be able to encompass everybody. And if a husband and wife, wanted to be able to work out together, and say the husband's overweight, bad knees, bad back, she can do the classes, enjoy her culture and her friends. He can be bettering himself doing the personal training. So that's the concept behind the studio, is to be able to help more people and change more lives.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Wow, thank you. Again, the purpose focus that you've got is amazing. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So you've expanded to 5 locations already. What do you attribute your growth to?
Well, we've got a great concept, and being able to, we can be with the customer at every part of their journey. So, a lot of times with group fitness, the churn rate is really a couple of months, maybe even a year.
6 months to a year.
We're able to retain our clients and our staff for a long time, because most of the time, let's say for the average client, it takes them a lot of encouragement to finally get into a gym to make the decision. But when they do, what we see on our end, our point of view would be they start reaching goals faster than they expected. And when they do, they have more goals, more wants, more needs, right? And so a lot of times people that join our Fit Camp will eventually want to talk to us about personal training and work on, maybe they want to do a 5K, maybe they want to do a show, maybe they want to do a mud run, like whatever their next goal is, we're able to assist them along the whole journey.
Yeah.
No, excellent. Again, I love the fact that you just take on their entire journey, keep them going and growing. It's about changing lives. So, and to that, keep heading that direction. What makes your business unique? Why is it that folks choose you? Just expansion. What do you have?
I'll talk about this. I mean, what makes us so unique is that there's nothing like us on the market. You'll have group fitness, which is everywhere, and you got, from Pilates to cycle stuff to treadmill stuff. And those are great, but any Lifetime, any large gym can outfit a room with treadmills, kickboxing bags, and spin bikes. And if you're a franchise owner, they can steal your customers. And that's a tough one to deal with when you're in franchising. The group setting, personal training, there's not a lot of one-on-one personal training places out there. And to be able to do both in one building and be able to cross-reference the clientele, I think is what is amazing with our brand. So our instructors can not only make money off personal training, but they can also teach classes. So they're back to back. They're staying busier. I'm retaining employees longer. They're building better relations. And if I'm teaching a class and I see Kevin in it, and you look like you're having problems with your squats, and you also want to lose 30 pounds, you might need a coach. Classes are great, but you also need a coach. I can say, hey, Kevin, I don't know if you know this, but you get 2 free personal training sessions when you join. I'd love to talk to you and work with you and coach you. And if it makes sense for you, that's great. If it doesn't, at least you got 2 sessions and I helped you with your squat and helped you understand the fuel plan that comes with your membership here. So now we're cross-contaminating FitCamp now with personal training, and there's no upsell. We are helping you. I mean, it's an upsell, but we're helping you change your life. So we're giving value exchange for money for a great service. And it's hard to do in a lot of these businesses. They're only stuck with group fitness, and that's it. So
Well, and to follow up what you're talking about with group fitness, our fit camp is quite unique because it is a 30-minute session. A lot of people that come to us say, oh, I'm used to working out for an hour, but this is a different setup. So it's mostly strength based. Each of our workouts are broken down by muscle group each day, and we keep our classes small, so it's very engaging, community built, community driven. You have one side is the rack side, one side is the cable side. So halfway through the class, they switch. They're not swap and sweat with other people, so it's really clean.
yeah,
We did that after COVID, and very excited to be able to launch to the market with this concept. What you don't see behind me is there's an extra room. So personal training can be going on at the same time a class is going on. And we offer your spouse trains free. So if a husband and wife want to train together, there's no additional cost for that spouse. Jess, you want to tell them why we do that?
yeah. Kevin, we talked about, the faith, family, and fitness built into our brand. But it's because I've done this for almost 30 years and I've seen a lot of divorces, and not necessarily always through infidelity, but I see divorces because somebody's off changing themselves. The other person is at home. Then you see resentment because the wife's looking great. They go to a Christmas party. Everybody's bragging about how great she looks. You get a jealous husband, vice versa. Then you get a little bit of despise, and next thing you know, they don't like each other. And they're talking negative about why that spouse is trying to better themselves, but they're not wanting to get on the boat with them. When that's what marriage is about. It's about each other, helping each other become strong through thick and thin. So I saw a lot of this with personal training. So one day I think it was around 2000, maybe 12 or 13, maybe even a little later than that. I was like, why are we charging extra? Why does every gym charge extra? Why don't we just make it free? It makes no sense. Let's just no discount can be given. We have to charge top rate, but why charge extra for your spouse? And if we do that, we can change the dynamic of the household. Now, the other reason is my sister battled obesity her whole life. She's now 100 pounds down, runs one of our locations for a franchisee. I think for 7 years now, she's been managing a location. And this is her 7th year now, having 100 pounds off. And had my mom and dad done this together, and we actually had healthy habits in my household, my sister probably wouldn't have went through those battles of obesity and depression and bullied in school. So that's one of the selfish reasons why we do it also, is we can help other kids not have to go through that little spiral.
Wow. You have a very strong personal why and conviction around it then.
Yeah, very huge.
And then change the dynamics of households to have couples grow together. Really
Yes.
well done.
Nobody does that. Everybody's this way on Facebook, social media. Well, here, 3 times a week to 4 times a week, you're together working out, helping each other be better. You don't do that anywhere else. You can't get marriage counseling.
Yeah. Well, we like it to be their place together instead of, the husband has his place, the wife has her place. Consider us like the Harley Davidson of fitness. We're a little rough around the edges, but we're a whole lot of fun and everyone's included. So
It's still pretty to look at.
yeah.
Very
The
well
locations,
said.
not me, the locations. Tiffany.
Very well said. Yeah, that's again, your principles and how you designed it. Wow. And your intent. Well done. So if you had to start your business from square one, what would you do differently? So what advice could you give to other business owners?
Oh,
Good question.
if we could just snap our fingers and be where we are today without all the growing pains we had to grow to get to this model, like I don't know if you can change the journey that we went through to get here. I just wish we would have gotten here a little faster and without as much pain.
But a good question. But I think when somebody buys a franchise, you're buying somebody else's. You're not buying their successes. You're buying all their mistakes and what not to do in that book. That's what I've learned. When people buy us, they're buying how to win and how not to screw things up. And whenever they ask me or come up with a good idea, I can say nope, because in 2012 I already did that, and that's why we don't do that now.
Okay.
But I think one thing we would do differently would probably bring on great coaching early on. I was very good. We were both very successful in our previous business. Tiffany was in the hair industry for 17 years. I already, had $1 million personal training studio. But franchising, it's almost like, hey, your kids are out of school, out of college, they're doing well, and then all of a sudden you find out you're pregnant again. That's franchising. It was like, this is not the same. My business ran itself. Now this is a whole new endeavor. So I would say getting just leadership coaching quicker on in our franchise start, that would have been probably a game changer for us versus us learning the hard way. But that helped us be who we are. And all we did is every time we fine-tuned our brand from our operations manual, the infrastructure on the back end with all of our different websites that Tiffany built and manages. I mean, for the franchisees to log in. So I'm glad we went through those hurdles, because now the brand is beautiful inside and out on the back
I
end.
would say don't launch a franchise into COVID. That would probably be it.
Oh yeah.
What is that again, Tiffany?
Don't launch a franchise into COVID. That would probably be it.
Oh.
Punch in the face. Yeah.
I will say though, we are very fortunate to be in the state of Texas. The resources that we have here and the growth potential, we've been very blessed. I'm very excited we're relaunching the franchise basically nationally. And we've got a lot of exciting things coming up that will be coming soon. So you'll want to stay tuned to our pages as we slowly announce some of the new stuff we've got going on.
Awesome. Very good. And to that point, I'll ask the question now, how do folks learn more about your business and the franchise opportunities?
If you want to join a gym and have a great workout, go to outlawfitcamp.com. You can learn all about the brand there. If you're interested in investing in a franchise, you can go to ofcfranchise.com. Also, both of those, Outlaw Fit Camp or Outlaw Fit Camp Franchise, you can find us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. And you can contact us through ofcfranchise.com. We can discuss investment opportunities.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate that. So when you think about the being an employer, what lessons have you learned as an employer that you could share with other entrepreneurs?
Ooh, can I answer that, Ben?
Yeah, that's all you all day long.
Yeah. No, I got 18 employees here, and I've been doing this for, again, a long time. My retention is incredible at our headquarters and a lot of our locations. I mean, I got people 16 years, 9 years, 8 years, 5 years, and you don't find that in personal in the training industry. What we do is we do a performance pay structure. We reward and pay off excellence. So if there's a wait list on a class, that trainer makes extra money on that class. So we do things based off them just being top notch. Another thing we do just at this location, and we also really, we can't, we try to train franchisees to do this, but we do once a month leadership meetings here. Then we also do one-on-ones with each of our trainers so we can help them grow, fine-tune them, help them out. And it's not always about money. It's about fine-tuning their craft, letting them know, hey, you're 2 clients away from giving yourself a raise. So just things like that. And then we also are extremely picky when we hire people, and we fire quickly. We'll write up, we'll recommend, and then let them go if they don't fix it. Because the way we look at employment is we have a big conference room right behind me that's stunning that we built out at our headquarters here. It's got a long, massive wood table, and it's just a beautiful table. And we use that as an example. That's our rowboat. Success and our goal is ahead. That's that beautiful island we're going to. Everybody in there is rowing. And if I got some idiot back there on their phone jacking around while we're all rowing, I'm tossing our ass out the boat because there's somebody else in the water that we're going to pass up that might need to be pulled in. And that's how I look at our business. So if people aren't drinking the Kool-Aid, they don't love our customers, they need to go pretty quick, and they can go, I'll give them a letter of recommendation, go to LA Fitness. So that's how we run that. And then we also brought in health insurance and benefits at our locations, and we give our franchisees the options also, because nobody does that in personal training. So we offer really good benefits here, and that's how you retain top talent. You take care of them.
That's to add to Jesse, I mean, I've watched him over the years just build and grow, and culture is so important, especially in our brand. It's a people business, and we are very passionate about it. We're service oriented, and we look for people who are service oriented people, very passionate about fitness. They dedicate themselves to a career that's going to take really good care of them. Like Jesse said, we offer things in the industry first items like health insurance, benefits, retirement. So we look for candidates that are going to be with us a long time.
Yeah, they again, they're passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a calling for them, like it is for, it's very apparent it's a calling for the two of you,
Mhm.
very much so. So then the point you made a minute ago, or a few minutes ago, about having someone guide you, coach you, that's wise guidance for other entrepreneurs. I just want to circle back on that because I've got mentors, so I can
Yeah.
get through a whole lot faster, stand on their shoulders versus go through all the lessons learned that they've had to go through. So as the two of you think about balancing your personal life with the demands of running a business, any guidance on how to balance personal life concerning the
Oh, I'll answer that. Happy wife, happy life. No, Jesse and I are unique animals. I think we're a little different in that we're very similar, which is kind of funny as a married couple usually, but we're also very different. So I'll say when he has a up day and I have a down day, he lifts me. Same, and it's flip-flop. So always support, no matter what, always have your partner's back. And we go through some really hard stuff, make some hard decisions together, but as long as we're both rowing the boat in the same direction and we are goal setting, we're very big on goal setting, right? I mean, we put
Nice.
goals in front of our customers all the time. So we also have our own goals as a married couple.
I would say the other thing too is we and I've seen this, and I'm sure, Kevin, I know you've seen this, but because this is what you do for a living. I've seen this just in my 10 year of owning a business and having a lot of friends in business. Tiffany and I are extremely good, and we're very focused on not making this a mom pa shop. This is not go talk to Tiffany. She said no, go talk to Jesse. Employees know exactly who to go to. I have my line that my lane that I drive in. Tiffany has her lane. Very rarely do we cross into each other's lanes, and if we do, then we get zapped and we go back in. But if somebody asks me a question about marketing, this and that, hey, it's Tiffany. If it's KPIs, their pro forma numbers training, that's me. If it's payroll, that's Deidre. We have our lanes, and what we don't do is try to overpower each other. I respect her, she respects me, and I quickly divert people to ask her questions because I don't want to screw it up.
Yeah. And when we bring our franchisees on, we really care about the health of them as a married couple venturing into a business. The very first thing we're going to do is help them figure out their organization before we do anything else. Who's
Yeah, the
doing
roles.
Well done. You're launching them well based upon, like you said, based upon all the trials and tribulations, lessons you've learned.
Oh yeah, we're still here.
You are shortcutting the process for them and giving them pathway to success. So well done. As we go back to the employee question, what qualities do you look for in the employees that you invite to join your team, and how do you foster a positive and productive work environment?
That's a good one.
What qualities do you look for? And then how do you foster a positive, productive work environment? Please.
Honestly, we get resumes all the time. We get people coming inside. What I've learned not to do, that'd be the first thing, is I don't just go off a resume. I don't go off credentials. I tend to see a lot more ego and arrogance when I see massive credentials, and I see an inability to learn and want to be better because they think they know more than everybody else. So that's been a common trait that I've seen more than I'd like to. What I like to see is somebody that has a ton of empathy, shows up on time, dressed to the nines, looking really good, and is very respectful, makes eye contact, talks about their passion on why they love doing this. And then I want them to be extremely coachable. They don't need to get butthurt if we correct them. And I'm very open about when I talk to them about stuff. I say, I don't need you getting, throwing a tantrum or getting upset if we correct you. We have a training protocol here they have to go through, a shadowing process, our own certifications. So the biggest thing we look for is coachability and no arrogance. I mean, arrogance gets you hurt in every way, shape, or form. So I think that's our best thing.
Yeah, I'll add to that service-driven mentality. And also they have to be a certified personal trainer. So if they aren't, we have a partnership with, they have to be a certified personal trainer, and we're very particular with the kind. We even have relationships with ISSA and NASM and a few others where they can take advantage of continuing education and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Last question is this. What are the common misconceptions about running a business, and how do you address them?
that it runs itself.
Yeah.
Amen to that one. Huh?
Yeah, I'll say the biggest misconception is people think they'll get any business, not even fitness, any business whatsoever, and they're instantly going to be a millionaire overnight. There's no problems whatsoever, and it runs itself. And I think it's gotten worse over the last 10 years, just with social media and how easily accessible everything is with all the BS out there, that people need to be grounded and understand that you're going to have to dig your feet into the ground, have a lot of grit, be aggressive with what you want, put in long hours to build up your empire. And even when you get there, you're never there, because comfort will just make you go backwards. So I would say just dig your feet in deep, make sure your family is supported. And if they're not, cut ties. I mean, politely, if they're not there for you, you don't need distractions. You need to stay tunnel vision. Your friends, family, I think that's your most important thing, whether it's business or weight loss, like what we do. If you don't have people around you that are pushing you up and pulling you up, then you need to have, blinders on and just focus on where you're going. And I think in business, people get stuck with the wrong friendships and alcohol and a bunch of other stuff that keeps them from being what they could be, I guess.
So Jesse, Tiffany, anything additional there?
Yeah, I think it's going to run itself is the biggest disadvantage. It's a big, I see a lot of people go into business. Everyone wants to be a boss, but they're not willing to do the work, and it'll never work. So just understand it's a big investment. It's a big responsibility, and you need to really think about, how's this going to affect my family? What kind of time constraints? What kind of financial constraints, and be real with yourself, because that's what's going to take to be successful, especially in this climate.
And I think, yeah, you're definitely right. When you go to business, it's not just you. I mean, I have my family and that I have to worry about, but when you employ people and it's more than just sole proprietor, just you, and you actually have employees, you got to worry about them. The decisions you make are affecting a mom, a husband trying to take care of his family. You got people that you got to worry about. And that's what keeps me up at night, is when I have those up and down bad months, is I'm stressed out about my team because I love them. And the decisions I make affect them. So
I saw a quote the other day and I loved it. It said, if you can't even pay your bills, how are you going to pay other people's bills as an employee? So.
Amen to that. It is a responsibility for certain.
Huge.
And it's one that can be very fulfilling, rewarding when done well.
Yeah.
Done well. So any last words before we wrap up an interview today?
Well, thank you for having us. We're very excited about what we're launching this year. We didn't discuss our candidate profile. I would say you don't need to be a fitness freak to be a franchise owner. You have to love people. Have somebody who would be the culture leader of the company. We do offer semi-absentee ownership, meaning you'd have a manager that does the daily operations, but as the owner, you'd oversee everything. And we'd love to talk to anybody interested in opening a location in Texas and beyond.
Yeah. Myself, key thing I just like to leave that I always tell everybody and I think about is purpose before action. If you're going to business, you're doing anything, weight loss, I don't care what it is. What's your purpose before the action? Don't waste time. Just make it real simple. Think about things and then take massive action on it.
Yeah.
The purpose-fueled action has got massive rocket fuel and it's going to blow through obstacles. Yeah. And it'll go up. Exactly. You'll take up altitude big time.
And then the 3 F's make our brand: faith, family, fitness. I got to finish with that.
Amen. Amen to that. I appreciate the two of you. And again, thank you for pouring into the business community.
Thanks for your time, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.